Hands up if you're somebody that's trying to teach your brother and sister how to invest in property, but they simply do not get it. I just had a conversation with one of my mentees exactly about this. Well, the story started when I was trying to help a friend break into the property market. Right, he's young, probably late 20s, in the early 30s, just got married. He's living in Sydney and he wanted to buy a house for himself. Nothing really wrong. I did the same as well, but I regretted it when I was in my 20s. Now, how do you tell someone not to buy a house but start buying investment properties, especially when that person has no awareness and no financial knowledge at all? This is the whole reason why I started Elevation Education. I really just want to help people get started before they get stuck. Unfortunately, a lot of my avatar is going to get stuck and then looking for help and trying to unwind those things that they could have done differently when they were 20 years old. It's just so sad that I can keep seeing this cycle happening over and over again. That's why I guess I will never be out of job, because you will keep getting this younger generation that just keep coming through and keep making the same mistake, and I'm just there to coaching and mentoring. Man, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Anyway, I shared this example about my sisters, right? When I think 15, 18 years ago, when I first started my property journey, I know about how to invest. I was telling her to invest with me, but she didn't listen. So after 6 or 8 property later, I told them about how I make my first bucket of capital to build my house. My father then asked me, why didn't I help my sister? That was the question I got from him after I told him what I did. Right? But the fact is, when I told my sister back then, she absolutely had no awareness and no intention to even go through that financial commitment at all. So I don't know, how are you going to tell your sisters or brothers about stuff and mistake that you have seen, and you're trying to help them not go through the same mistake that you have been through, but they absolutely do not see it? I mean, it will also happen to your kids as well. Like if you're older and you have kids that is 21, 22, 23, started working, you will try to tell your kids the same thing again, and I'm telling you, their priorities and their mindset most of the time will not be there until something clicks. I don't know what that something is, but it has to be some pain that they realize, then it will click. So I don't know. Today, the reason why I'm ranting on is because I just don't know how to tell the younger self how to avoiding this, other than the fact that I just have to keep saying these messages and keep telling them about what I would do. This is real life story. What happened was, the mentee was telling me her sister actually working in Deloitte. He didn't tell me how much, but I would guess she probably get about 80 to 100 grand a year, $5,000 to $6,000 a month. If you have that sort of income and if you invest properly in a rental property, you could have get some rental return on your investment, and with the capital growth that you're going to get on your property, that will set yourself up for a so much better future. I mean, life is all about either you enjoy now or you enjoy later, right? So you suffer now or you suffer later. So with these younger generations, or with my sister for example, they just want to enjoy the moment now. I can't tell them that they're going to suffer later because they can't see it. But I have been through it. I don't know how to say this. I've spent the last 13 years trying to find the answer, and I found it. That's why now I started this Elevation Education and trying to tell the younger siblings or younger self of how I can improve myself, or how I can start it right, so that I will not suffer, or I have more control and more freedom over my own destiny. Anyway, so the long and short of that is, okay, let me tell you what I will do. If I'm over 20 years old again, I will not buy a place for me to live in, because if I buy an apartment, that's like a money pit. I'm going to put all my mortgages in there. Yes, you may say that
the apartments may go up in prices and so forth,
but no. If you invest your property in a landed property, even in the fringe of a metro or a regional town area that has good growth, you're going to get more capital gain from there, and you also have a better rental income compared to an apartment in, let's say, Dockland in Melbourne. I don't know what else to tell the younger self, man, other than the fact that I would tell them this is how I would do it differently. When I got into the first one, and 3 years, 5 years down the track, when there's capital growth, I'm going to refinance, get the money out, and then get a second property. The difference between their lifestyle now and the lifestyle that I just described is that the lifestyle now that they have will not have any extra cash flow for them to enjoy. They will not get any more cash flow from the apartments that they're living in. And if you have rental apartments, the capital growth is going to be there. You have rental income as well, and your interest payment is tax deductible. I'm not a tax accountant, so I'm not giving you any tax advices, but I'm just sharing with you what I would do if this is my situation. The long and short of that is, when you have this cash flow, you would then have the choice and the control over whether you want to keep working or you have other freedoms to do other things that you like. This is the whole reason why I started Elevation Education. It is to elevate your awareness in wealth, in health, and wisdom as well. Anyway, that's the rant for today. I hope it helps somebody. If you have the same experience, whether it is with your siblings or with your kids, please put the comment down below. Somebody really need to know about this, because our high school, our university education never teaches us how to manage our finance and how to manage our own financial future. Anyway, that's it. Make sure you comment down below and share the love, share the pain. I know I'm not the only one. Till next time, take care of yourself. Bye for now.